This is not a buttstock but a firing stabilizer. Hello, what's up guys, I'm your host Gordon and welcome to another one of my videos. Today what I got over here is something pretty intimidating. This over here is the LEHUI or LEHUI Cp33. The name sounds pretty familiar, huh? Not only that the name sounds familiar, the entire aesthetic of the blaster looks awfully like a Kel Tec CP33. Holy moly, it even written here Kel Tec. Now this is getting a little bit complicated. Just like the names that I'm about to do a shout out today. Well, the first name didn't really sound too complicated to pronounce. Thank you James Z for always supporting the channel.
Didn't really sound too complicated to pronounce.
And thank you Matt Ceratop Z for always supporting the channel as well. And the next one is probably meant to design to screw my pronunciation today. Thank you Nazevdler Classicher for supporting the channel. Definitely butchered that name, sorry man. If you want a shout out, leave as much comment as possible in the comment section and I will pick a couple of you guys for a Saturday shout out. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, it will help the channel a lot. Just like how Mech Potato is always helping me to get interesting blaster like these. Mech Potato is a local Malaysia online foam dye blaster seller who sells rare imported foam dye blaster. If you guys wanted to get yourself one of these, feel free to visit Mech Potato's website. The link will be provided in the description down below. In the box, we got the blaster itself, a grip, a muzzle flash, safety goggle, a fake reflex sight, 10 darts, and a manual. And it even comes with an extra O-ring. To install the muzzle flash, unscrew the cap and screw in the muzzle flash. Snap in the sight, push the button and slide in the grip. The mag release is located behind the grip. Push and release the magazine, put in the darts, put in the magazine, twist the spring-loaded lever to adjust the buttstock, and this is how the blaster looks like with everything installed. Okay, first look at the blaster. As you can see, the silhouette of the blaster, holy moly, it looks exactly the same like an actual Kel Tec CP33. Especially after you remove this hand grip doodad over here. Oh my god, it looks really similar with the Kel Tec CP33. And what surprises me, even though this is a LEHUI or LEHUI blaster, it is written here Kel Tec on the body of the blaster. The moment when you hold the blaster on hand, immediately you realize that the build quality of this blaster is not bad. It feels really great on hand. The entire blaster is made out of a combinations of nylon, CNC aluminum as well as metal parts. The trigger itself is metal, the safety switch is made out of metal. Yes, this blaster comes with a safety switch, pretty rare for imported blasters. The entire charging handle is made out of metal. The barrel is made out of CNC aluminum. And the muzzle flash over here is made out of some really thick CNC aluminum, and it's pretty heavy too. And if you guys are not a big fan of this muzzle flash over here, you can just remove it, just like so. The weight of the blaster, even though there is a lot of metal parts on this blaster, it doesn't really feel too heavy, but satisfyingly heavy and solid for a toy. Based on the looks and the detailing of the blaster, this is definitely one of those collector's items, because I'm pretty sure you can't really bring this thing out in an actual game because of the aesthetic of the blaster and the color scheme. The blaster comes with an adjustable buttstock with aluminum tube over here. You will have to twist the spring-loaded lever behind the blaster over here to adjust the buttstock. Yes, at first I do really think that this is a buttstock, but when you actually use it as a buttstock, you will realize that this is a pretty short buttstock. It feels really tight to aim for a 6-foot guy like me. After using this blaster for some time, I realized that this is actually not a buttstock, but a firing stabilizer. What do you mean by firing stabilizer? Because I do realize that there is a tiny little button located at the buttstock over here which allows you to open it up just like so. This is where you rest your entire arm on it, and this thing, my friend, will stabilize your arm while you are aiming, and this seriously helps a lot. It does stabilize my shot, and I was like, holy moly. And this is incredible. With the stabilizer doodad over here, aiming with one hand is a lot more comfortable. And this is how the blaster looks like without extending the buttstock. And yes, the stabilizing function still works without extending the buttstock. The Picatinny situation of this blaster is pretty straightforward. We got a roll of Picatinny rail on top of the blaster, as well as a roll of Picatinny rail at the bottom of the blaster, just in case if you want to slide in a flashlight, or in this case, some sort of a grip. On top of the blaster comes with a pair of fiber optic sight. The one at the rear is adjustable. You can adjust the height by just simply twisting the hex screw. Seriously, the fiber optic side of this blaster is way more useful than the included fake reflex side. The grip of the blaster is comfortable. I do prefer it a little bit longer. The trigger pull is solid and nice. The magazine release button is located behind the grip, which is kind of weird for me, but after a couple of usage, I got used to it really fast. And when we actually look closely at the magazine, this magazine is actually the exact same magazine with the LP45 blaster over here, which means that these are cross-compatible. That is cool. Generally, I would say that this is a pretty simple and straightforward blaster. It is just prime and fire. It didn't really come with a slide lock mechanism. Simple's better, totally understand that. So I guess that's all of the quirks and features of this blaster. So without further ado, let us go test the blaster out. Okay, we are back. So the performance of the blaster, I would say that it is not bad. In the test, I used two kinds of darts, which is the included darts and bamboo darts. I really wanted to test this blaster with AF darts, but unfortunately, when I tried to put in the AF darts, seems like the AF darts is a little bit longer than the included darts and the bamboo darts. And when you push the AF dart into the magazine, the dart will just stuck in the magazine. Therefore, I don't really recommend using AF darts or ruby dart. Okay, here goes the result. If we use the included darts, the blaster can shoot from 88 FPS all the way to 96 FPS. The accuracy is not bad. In 7 meters, hitting a target is not an issue. Using bamboo darts, this blaster can shoot from 86 FPS all the way to 107 FPS. By the way, the 86 is more of an outlier. Generally, using bamboo darts, this blaster can shoot over 100 FPS. In terms of accuracy, I would say that it is not bad as well. In 8 meters, hitting a target is definitely not an issue. So far, operating this blaster, I did not encounter any jams yet, which is a good thing. Just that there is one thing that you guys have to remember. Even though this blaster over here supports half-length darts, but remember, not all half-length darts. So far, the included darts, bamboo darts, and many of the Kush darts works well with this blaster. But if we use ruby darts or AF darts, when you actually put the darts into the magazine, it will just stuck in the magazine due to its slightly longer profile. Other than that, the blaster also passes the wall test. It looks so beautiful if you decided to hang this on the wall. The firing stabilizer over here helps a lot in my aiming. Definitely had a lot of fun in my indoor target practice. Due to its looks and aesthetic, this is definitely a collector's blaster and not the kind of blaster that you will bring to the field, unless you decided to paint this blaster into something brighter. Maybe add on a orange muzzle just for safety. So yep, I guess that's all for today, guys. Do remember to smash the like button because it will help the channel a lot in terms of the algorithm. And while you are at it, do remember to click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell because I will be posting videos every Saturday. And if you want a shout out, leave as much comment as possible in the comment section and I will pick a couple of you guys for a Saturday shout out. So yep, I guess that's it. Gordon's checking out and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Adios, guys!